We're going live. We're live.
Are we actually? Yeah. Oh, my hair. Oh, my God. You need something about my hair,
You
Dill.
look great, bro. What do you
No,
mean?
it looks messed up. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what? It's so
Vombidu.
Vombidu.
All right, we should be live very soon.
I think we're live, dude.
All right, I think we are live. All right, we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the only Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush based podcast in the world. This is Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8's episode 3, Fleecing Chupataro. We appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you once again for making this the most viewed and talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush podcast there is. We appreciate you so much. Smaller cast today. Caliber is working. Pete is also busy with work. And we are going to have some fun. We're going to have some discussions.
Yep.
And we're going to have some predictions, of course, with what the heck happened in this episode. It was a good episode. Yuamu took on Chupataro. We got a nice Seto Kaiba reference. And we, of course, have the episode 4 summary to discuss as well. We have no information on episode 5 and beyond. I am joined tonight by two friends, two people. You know them well. We got Nick T and we got Dredger. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, everybody!
I'm good, man. Good. How are you?
I'm back, baby.
I appreciate these guys so much. They are incredible people. And we are so excited to talk Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush with each and every one of you. But before I get to the conversations, I do want to thank everybody who super chatted or donated in the last stream. Now, there are two ways to support the channel that way if you choose to do so. YouTube's super chat function or the link in the description. I get a larger cut from the link in the description, but if you choose to support me any way you feel comfortable is super appreciated. Big thank you to our episode 2 chatters, Blake Engelbrecht, Philip Rosewood, Thatman666, Ryu Rex, Jack Knight 21, Nicholas Horton, Pick Rick, Electric Kevin, Miguel Martinon, Ivrea, Pink Penguin, Angie, Solid Snack, The Flail IPS, Limestone, and a special thank you to X Slayer who donated a very significant amount, last Wednesday. Thank you so much. The other weirdness is this is a Thursday night. I haven't addressed that yet.
Yes.
We usually do this every Wednesday night, but I had a matter to attend to last night that was pretty important, and so we did have to push this back a night. We were kind of shuffling around, so that's also a big reason why Calibro and Pete were not able to come, but I'm thankful that you two, with the revolving schedule, were able to come out, and all of you viewing as well. I greatly appreciate it, my friends.
Of course.
So, episode 3, we got 3 episodes in the book. A big rule when it comes to anime is the 3-episode rule. I don't know if that you know that rule I'm flying.
Of course,
I don't know if it really works for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a long show. No. I feel like the 3-episode rule usually applies to a 26-episode anime. Definitely. Or a 12-episode, 13-episode anime. So Yu-Gi-Oh! I always say 10 episodes. First arc is usually a good vibe. But we are 3 episodes in. We've seen Yuhi, Udius, and Yuamu, our main 3 characters, duel. I kind of gave my thoughts in a review. I don't have too much more to say monologue-wise. So, Nick T, I'm going to start with you, my friend. What did you think about this episode? Yuamu, Chupataro, because he was interesting. And so we're going to get to that. What did you think, Nick T? What did you think of the episode?
So you know me, I love like the unhinged episodes.
I know,
and this is no exception.
Chupataro is wild, dude.
He's wild,
Holy
and like
shit.
I love like how it goes back and forth. We're like, oh, he's an alien. Oh, he's a person. Oh, well, actually no, he's just an alien with a human head, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Wild. His obsession with Meek-chan is, I mean, he's got to go touch grass. I mean, he's obsessed. He literally said. I thought you were about to hit.
No.
I thought he literally said that if he collected all the Meek-chans, that he would be able to meet the real Meek-chan.
Not even me. He said he can touch.
He could touch
the real Meek.
Yeah, and that's when you said he should go touch some grass.
Yeah, well, he showed that was a working title for this week's episode. Chupataro, touch some grass, because it was a little ridiculous.
It was insane, but it was so much fun. It was a great. I thought it was a really fun episode. It's super wacky, yeah. But it of course continued the whole trend of tutorials and it also kind of moved the plot forward a little. Like now our team is more successful in their endeavors, and that's a good thing, right? Like
Right.
that's going to see us move the plot further with like more goings on at UTS.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just generally I thought it was really fun, and of course Yuamu's deck is awesome. Like she's super cool. But I loved it. Also, dude, this mic is super hot. I can literally hear what's going on.
Yeah, we can hear it. They're not going to be able to
They're not
hear
gonna
it,
be
but
able to?
yeah, we can hear it.
Okay.
Dredger, what
Yes.
did you think? It was too distracting. You can always take these off.
Yeah, no, it's only distracting. I'm like, can they hear this right now?
They
You're
can't.
worried about it.
Dredger, what did you think about the episode? Yuamu, Chupataro.
I thought it was a very fun episode. I thought it was interesting. I was watching it and I was like watching. I'm like, what? Yeah, I was like, what is that? I was like, I'm vengeance, but this is not vengeance. So it was very interesting to me about how they're doing the characters. Again, I think the ending in the preview for 4 actually makes me more excited about the episode overall.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Seeing the reference to My Hero with Overhaul with that character. I think what was that character's
Oh,
name?
Kawhi Tell.
Kawhi
It's
Tell.
funny that you got those vibes
Yes,
because I
did
got
you?
those same exact
Same.
vibes.
I'm
the
watching
mask,
this,
the plague
mask. He's cleaning himself.
Yeah.
He looks like he
Yes.
just needs the germs off. And if you've ever watched My Hero, spoiler, Overhaul is a character who is very against germs, and that's
Germaphobe,
really
yeah.
not a spoiler even at that. But I saw that reference right away, and I think that's what Yugioh does a great job is introducing. Even you saw the Seto, the same attack name
Seto
for
Kaiba
Yuamu's.
stuff, yeah.
So that they always go into other kind of anime, take little bits and pieces, and I like that. Even Men in Black is not an anime, but it's taken from something else, kind of MIK kind of thing. So thought that was cool. I did like how in this episode Yuamu did the dueling.
Yes.
And you saw how technical, how strong her dueling stuff. Her deck also seems very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Dragon and
Well, they gave
technological dragons.
they gave the girl dragons,
Yeah.
which usually is symbolic of your strong duelists.
Yes.
And they gave the girl the tech kind of
robot or
aesthetic,
another kind of,
which is another nail, Yusaku,
Yep.
Yusei to a degree.
Yeah.
So it's I've got a lot lot of good things to say about
Oh
that.
yes,
but,
yeah, I'm loving Yuamu right now. Yuamu is definitely a favorite character so far. Eunice is good too. Again, and just seeing the character to me, I like how also in the preview we see more about Chupataro again. I like that when it's not a one-off character even so early. Also like Yuhi talking about doing the discussion of the tutorial this time versus Yuamu and doing what I said before.
Yeah.
But overall, solid episode. Looking forward to. I know nothing about the summary, so I'll be intrigued to see what it says.
Yeah.
Especially with seeing those visuals.
Summary
and
is
meeting-
weird. Summary is definitely weird.
Meeting our Overhaul character.
Yeah,
So,
summary is weird.
Okay.
And of course, we're going to get to that summary in a little bit. But I guess I'll talk for a bit. And we're going to talk about a lot more. The character that was revealed at the end, obviously, Yugioh making his debut. There were a few things that were stated in this episode. A big debate that I saw on Twitter in my Discord is whether or not this episode more or less confirms that Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush is an alternate universe to Sevens. So I'm going to get your take on that. I know Nick T disagrees with that. I'm kind of 50-50-ish, but I'm excited to have that conversation. And then, of course, we'll talk about Old Man Yagi being mauled by a Chupataro. But I do want to start... Chupacabra, excuse me. I do want to start with Yuamu. Okay. This episode, man, gets me incredibly excited for what's to come when it comes to Yuamu as a character and as a duelist and just as a relevancy to this show. She is by far the smartest character of the main three. Mm-hmm. She has everything figured out. She's one step ahead of everyone. Which I love.
Yep.
She is by far the, I would say, strongest rush duelist right now in the Yu-Gi-Oh!
So far,
We haven't seen Yugioh duel, so I know some people might say, oh, we haven't seen him duel.
No proof. No proof.
Yeah, no proof. And this is kind of crazy, but chat, and I know there's a lot of you guys that have watched every Yu-Gi-Oh! Nick T and Dredger have seen a few of them.
Yes.
Through the main character dueling, and like the best friend character dueling and the main girl lead dueling, there has never been a moment in any show, in any Yu-Gi-Oh! Show, where you would honestly say the girl character is the best duelist in the show. She's the strongest number one ranked duelist in the show.
Not even remotely.
At no point.
Until
Yeah, actually, at no point. It's a really good.
until Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush.
Yeah,
This
I
is
agree.
the first time, I think, in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where through 3 episodes, it's still very early, I would have Yuamu as the best rush duelist in the show.
Yeah.
She has,
100%.
I think, so far the most interesting deck with Bluetooth Burst Dragon. Didn't even need to use Bluetooth Burst Dragon's effect in order to get the win, which I loved, because that's going to probably play into her getting another win, I would say,
I would hope,
when
right?
she's able to use Bluetooth Burst Dragon's effect. But also the tribute to Seto Kaiba, the tribute to Blue Eyes White Dragon, phenomenal. And that is something that, I did a video, I did a YouTube short today about Hikokubo, I believe is his name, Masahiro Hikokubo. Or Hikokobu, I might be saying that last name wrong, I apologize. I did a video on it where he has been the duel writer for Duel Monsters, GX, all the way now through Go Rush.
Really?
He has been the duel writer and he said Vrains was not a nightmare, but he said Vrains was very difficult to do, and he was happy with Rush Duels and Go Rush and Sevens because it let him do kind of wacky stuff again, like he did during Yu-Gi-Oh! Zale. That interview was on YGO Organization. This team and himself, they have all done a wonderful job at paying homage and tributes to the older shows, and having Yuamu's ace attack name being Burst Streaming of Destruction, which is obviously a reference to Seto Kaiba's Blue Eyes. Burst Stream of Destruction was great, and in a million years I never would have thought that a girl character in Yu-Gi-Oh! Plays a pure dragon deck. Because I know we always say Aki played dragons. She played plants. Her ace was a dragon. Yeah, but she played a plant deck.
It was a plant dragon.
I think this is the only girl character that's ever played a pure dragon deck, which is insane.
Even you want to go Mai's Harpy Dragon. It was still, she had a Harpy deck, and it was a Harpy's pet dragon.
Right.
I agree with you. I think it's the only dual females that use a dragon.
I've only
watched 4, and I still...
Yeah, so like it's just, it's so cool, and I think it shows how far Yu-Gi-Oh! Has come as a franchise in these last few years with their girl characters. And I always say it's important because there's a lot of girls that watch the anime. There's a lot of girls that want to be duelists. Obviously, it is a guy-dominated space, as TCG spaces and card game spaces always are. But I think that equal balance is important, and it's such a breath of fresh air. And I think Yuamu is just... she's just such a cool and fascinating character, and she's easily my favorite character right now in the show. I like Yugioh a lot as well, and I'm excited to see where they take her. But how are you guys feeling about Yuamu through 3 episodes?
She's awesome.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, she's by far like the most coherent and like wittiest character of the show so far. Not even like of our main cast of the show so far. And she's a phenomenal duelist. She always has her finger on the pulse of what's going on. Yeah. Which is what I love. And like that's not to say that Yugioh doesn't. It's just because he's learning.
He's also learning. It's a culture shock.
He's learning the human culture right now for the first time. And I was, as I was saying before we started, or it's like he's like going and seeing everything that he sees of the human culture. It's like, wow, this must be like some like incredible ritual, or like this is so profound.
Eat pizza or something.
It's like they're just doing the most basic thing.
Yeah.
But for him, it's just so new. He's never seen it.
It's when Chupataro says, if I collect all the Meeg-chan cards, I'll be able to touch her.
And
this is why wow, this is so profound. And he's just like, yeah, that's not a thing.
Yeah, no, you are.
I love that. It's great. Like, if he was more in tune with the human culture, he'd be like obviously head and shoulders. But like right now, like as far as who knows what's actually going on, it's Yuamu.
Another thing that I loved about this episode with Yuamu in regards to her is when Chupataro called her a little girl. And you could tell that pissed her off. And it was one of those subtle things, didn't get expanded on again in this episode.
Not yet.
But it was just one of those subtle things where if you're paying attention, you're like, okay, that bothered her. That's the only time so far in this show where I would say she's genuinely been bothered or kind of taken aback by something that somebody said. And I think it's fitting for her because she views herself as the CEO of this massive company, a massively successful and accomplished character already at her young age. And so to be called a little girl, I think is, that's how she views herself.
Right.
I think is, you can tell she has a good amount of pride and I think that, and confidence. And I think that was a really cool little thing that they threw in.
I agree.
I definitely agree.
The other, aspect that I want to talk about was something that Yuamu said, and I brought this up in the review, and I think this is going to end up being pretty important to the story. Yuamu talks about the weird aliens that have shown up. She talks about Yugioh, she talks about Chupataro, and she also talks about Neanderstar. Right. And I'm happy she mentioned Neanderstar, because obviously Neanderstar is an alien, but Neanderstar is the cat, for those of you that might not remember. I mean, do you guys have any thoughts on the MIK, on that organization? Because I just get very off-putting vibes. I get very similar vibes from Neanderstar that I got from Otis early on in 7's.
Oh no.
Not that she's going to be a main villain, but that there's way more to her. She's
Oh,
manipulating
yeah,
Manabu.
she's doing
and there's
something
and the
behind
reason
the
that there's a
scenes.
catnapping alien after her, that's all tied to something going
I
on that's
agree,
bigger
yeah.
than Earth.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
We're
just
all
get
in
very,
agreement.
I got
think
weird
we're talking
vibes from Otis, that there was way more to him than just what he was saying. And I get those same vibes from Neanderstar. Not in a main antagonist
Yeah,
sense.
I thought you were talking about MIK in general, because in that case I don't. I think they're kind of like goofy intentionally. They're just competing, not really competing organization.
Are you good?
Yeah, wrong pipe.
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
I just went down the wrong pipe, you know?
He's good. He's good.
I'm good. You can keep going.
What was I saying now?
No clue.
After seeing
MIK
that-
is goofy.
Oh,
MIK
yeah,
goofy
it's
compared to
goofy.
UTS. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Right. Yeah. They're a little not even compared to UTS. In general, they're both goofy. They're not like a big bad organization. But I do think Nanda Star like sees Manabu as a means to an end. I think she is more intelligent and has something going on in her head for sure.
Yeah, he's her way out of whatever is going on with her and her character. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how they kind of develop that. And again, we've seen her since she's been introduced. We've seen her. You know, it's only 2 episodes. We've seen her both times, and she's
Exactly.
had speaking roles. So clearly, and she's trying to get involved in things. So
And both times Manabu did something to help our main characters or give our main
It's
characters the
influenced by
benefit of the doubt.
Neander's starting to agree with it.
Neanderstar was pissed.
Yeah.
Neanderstar called him out when he gave the speech to Udius that shook him out of his funk. And in this episode, when he gives the when he's like, "All right, fine, we'll let the rush duel happen," and she's like, "Manabu," you know, like she clearly is not all about what
Fairness
yeah,
and equality.
she just
yeah.
wants something to be done, and
Yeah.
the fact that there's aliens after her.
Should tell you all you need to
Yeah,
know.
Exactly.
I just don't like her. So I'm happy and I'm glad that Yuamu mentioned her at the end because
Yeah,
I think
the
even
3 aliens,
even
like Chupataro,
Yuamu,
Udius, and Neanderstar.
yeah, and even Yuamu realizes that there's something more with that cat.
Oh, she's very intuitive. She's not gonna let anything like that slide.
no
Yui and
no.
Udius are just kind of like. Ah.
Well, they're just goofs. They really are.
They really are.
What did you guys think of Nickyagi in this episode?
Overall,
Those
I'm.
the
His chicken
skewers look
skewers?
great.
Yeah, those
really
skewers look very tasty. I think he cooked really well. You know, he got attacked with a chupa and lived. Yeah, thank goodness he lived. I know Dill was hoping for the opposite, but he lived. He's fine. He did not duel though, so that's the positive for Dill on that
Positive.
aspect.
Yeah, positive for Dylan.
For Dill. No, I want him to duel. I think he'd be.
He's not going to duel. Let's
I
not get
don't.
started on that.
So I have a question. What if is so? You know, again, I'm not fully convinced it is an AU, but if it was an AU and this character duels, that doesn't mean that Nickyagi duels, so wouldn't the
No,
bet
it is
be null and
Nickyagi.
void?
No,
I-
there's no
well,
loophole
If
here.
I'm again, we're saying if I'm not, I don't think it's an AU.
It's
But
an
if we're
interesting
s-
point.
It is a point.
It's interesting. That would be interesting.
No, even if it's not Nick Elysiagi, I still
like that
I still
Yagi.
would
We don't
like.
know if his name is Nicholas.
We don't know if his name's Nicholas. Well, and I guess that's another aspect that we need to talk about.
No, I mean the initial Nickyagi. We don't even know if it was Nicholas.
Oh, we don't know if it was Nicholas. No, we don't.
It's Nick.
True.
For all
I
we
mean,
know.
Nicky.
What did you think of Nickyagi?
I thought it was great. I think Nickyagi is great. You know, I'm always Team Yagi. But, you know, he made some good food. He said it's not bad.
Yeah,
you know,
not
and,
bad.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think he's great. You know, even aside from the meme, he makes some damn good chicken skewers.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was watching that, I really wanted some chicken skewers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good episode. For
Yes.
food.
Great
for
episode
Nickyagi.
for food.
So
It
some-
made me hungry.
Something that we do have to touch on here, and I have a poll, so please vote. There's more people. I'm actually, for the first time since Go Rush was announced, I'm more 50-50 now on it. Whether I really don't know if this is an alternate universe or if this is on the 7's timeline.
Yeah.
This episode said a lot of things that were kind of probably in favor of it being an alternate universe, potentially, where Chupataro had 3 generations of family on this planet. The MIK, that means, has been around for 3 generations because the MIK approved his family for 3 generations.
Yeah.
So it could mean that the older characters that we see here in UTS that are based on the 7's characters, they could be maybe the kids of the 7's characters that we saw. I don't know if... it's just very confusing to me because Sushiko well, or Maki-chan has the mole on the different side of her face. That's not an animation error. I feel like that's one of those subtle things that could be in favor of saying, hey, this isn't actually Sushiko. You also have Yuamu mention Prasaki-san by name. Now, Prasaki-san was not a real character in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. Prasaki-san was the teacher that Princess G disguised herself as. And remember, that character in UTS looks like the character Princess G described herself. I guess that's not Princess G, even though, as far as I know, she wasn't basing it off of a real teacher in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. So that was very confusing. There's just... I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know if this is 100 years after Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's and like Old Man Galliant is actually the son of the Galliant from Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. Yeah. I don't know if this is an alternate universe that was created when Yuga did the hyperspace against Otis, because hyperspace is, I believe that by definition, creating 3 or more dimensions. Or like becoming more than one dimension.
Yes.
So did that hyperspace create this universe? And what is the tie-in there? Is there going to be a tie-in? There's a lot that is just, to me, incredibly confusing. Well, and I don't know where I'm leaning anymore. I'm truly split on whether this is an AU or not. I hope it's not, but I don't know.
The only thing that ties me up is the mole thing.
Okay.
But otherwise, like, everything could be explained by any discrepancy you can come up with, essentially, so far, at least as far as we know, could be explained with a bigger jump in time. What if Mr. Yagi and all these people are the children of the people that we know?
Well, and if that's the case, then the mole thing makes sense.
Exactly.
So really, I think...
If it's a further amount of time, they're not them, it's their children.
Okay, do you two agree that the two options here are Go Rush is about 100 years after 7's? Possible. It's much longer than we thought. Or it's an alternate universe. Do you think there's any other possibilities there?
No.
100 years or more?
I think it's those two.
I mean, I think it could be less.
You think it could be like 50 years still?
Yeah. I think it could be, I mean, it could be, again, because the only thing tying me up is the mole thing.
I guess,
you could, like, say Princess G is now going by that teacher.
I guess you could explain MIK lived in the shadows.
Exactly. I mean, that's like saying if we found out a secret organization exists now, it doesn't mean we suddenly live in an AU.
Yeah.
That's like the Chupacabra thing. Just because the Chupacabras existed for three generations and it's popping up now. If we found out Chupacabras exist here, doesn't mean we're suddenly living in an AU. They were just hidden.
And I think that's the argument that they're trying to get in your head. They're trying to give you information to make you, overthink. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Because if you think about it, smart. Because they've given us a lot of info, and they keep giving more and more info that could be contraindicating something else or this. But our original info is this is the same timeline, just a time jump of some kind. But just because you get given new information doesn't get rid of all the old information. Exactly. You have to take it all and add it together and keep adding and seeing when something finally can't possibly make sense. So I don't think that either idea can't possibly make sense. So both are possibilities. I just don't think the time jump makes more sense here. Yeah. I don't think the alternate universe is guaranteed. I don't think that the timeline is, but I'm leaning more like 65-35. It's the same timeline.
Here's the thing, and it's an idea that I came across earlier today. Like, you know what the difference between like a theory and like a philosophy is?
Of course.
A theory can be fallible.
Right.
Like, I mean, like, just like, there's like a border, like a baseline difference is that like a theory can potentially be proven false, where like a philosophy can't. Mm-hmm. Technically, the philosophy in this case in AU is a philosophy, because even if everything matches up, there's nothing proving that it isn't.
Right.
AU. There's absolutely no way to. It's actually impossible for you to tell me that AU is completely proven false.
Right. Yeah. They both could be right at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's the difficulty in this conversation is everything could line up, and I could still say no, it's still an AU. Yeah. It's like, what? How can you prove that it's not? Yeah. You can't. Yeah. But like you could, unless it was established that it is. Yeah. Like, unless someone comes out and says, no, it's not. Yeah. But like if it's all speculation, it's impossible to prove.
Yeah. I'm starting to, here's the thing. If it is an alternate universe, there has to be some sort of tie-in or travel to Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's dimension. There has to be. Otherwise, using the last names, using the same character designs, if there's never any mention to 7's and it is a different universe, to me, is very, very cheap. I would not like that at all. Yeah. Because at that point, just make different you can have the same designs, just make
Yeah, you don't need the same names.
Yeah, that
I
would
agree.
be a little dishonest. So
Yep.
I'm fine if it's an alternate universe if there is some sort of dimension traveling involved. And then that would be kind of cool, seeing a young Sevens cast interact with a young Go Rush cast. That would be kind of interesting. But I still think that I don't know. It's very, very tricky for what I think it is. My opinion on it kind of changes daily. I also love the theory that I kind of coined that this is a dimension that was created from the hyperspace that Yuga performed against Otis.
Highly possible.
I think that would be really, if it is an AU, that would be really cool if that's kind of the reason for
Yeah,
it.
if there's an actual reason for it to be an AU, that'd be great.
Yeah, and again, if it is an alternate universe, it doesn't mean they can't meet up with those Sevens characters, you know?
No, of course.
So,
I mean,
we'll
if it's
see.
an AU, literal again, because one, it's fiction, and so literally anything could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's an AU, it could meet up with the other Sevens, like our original Sevens characters. They could meet up with Yugimoto himself.
Yeah.
I mean, like, again, it's not like
yeah.
it's fiction. Anything could happen.
It's so fascinating to me because there's so many tie-ins already between Go Rush and Sevens. You even go beyond all the names and the character designs. One of my favorite clear as day tie-ins is the final Sevens duels in space, the first Go Rush duels in space. One of the opening shot of the final Sevens ending, na 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 na, is the Earth. And they're zooming out and they're looking at Earth from the moon. And one of the first shots of Yugioh Go Rush is the twins looking at Earth. And the shots, I've matched them up. They look identical. Identical. So, like, there's already so many tie-ins there that I find to be fascinating. And I'm just interested to see how they're going to write it.
No, again, and that's the beauty of this show. We're 3 episodes in. Hopefully, we have about 100 more to go.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see what happens. We'll see if they take us on a little roller coaster here. And I'm all about that. I've said it and I'll say it again. I like when I'm surprised. And I don't think let me rephrase. I don't think I'd like if it was just something totally different in alternate universe. I wouldn't like that unless they had something really, really good to explain why.
Well, I'm in the same boat as that. Yeah.
So, but I do want this to, I don't want to know what's going to happen next. I don't want to be like, what could they possibly do here? And then we theorize, we have these conversations, chat talks to us, and we're like, oh, it could be this. And then all of a sudden they hit us with out of left field. And that's the best
Right.
part of watching a show, is that's where you get enjoyment from.
100%. And even in the realm of this show, before we get to those big concepts of an AU or timeline or whatever, there's still lots to look forward to. And the biggest thing I'm looking forward to right now is Yugioh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who was
Oh,
shown
my
at the
God.
end of this episode.
Yeah.
It's funny because Roa was shown at the end of episode 3 of Sevens as
Yeah.
well, I believe.
Oh, really?
So kind of a cool connection there.
Little parallel.
Although Yugioh, I'm very, very excited for
We're
him.
very high on Yugioh.
What
This is Luke, Yugioh, Roa. We've got.
That's right. What are you guys kind of anticipating here with Yugioh? He
Not a nice guy.
He's working with. He hired Chupataro.
Yeah, Chupataro, and then now you got the next character you're gonna meet next episode. He's got a gang of misfits. He's ready to cause some trouble, and he has that look, that villain look at him. And I'm just excited to see when he actually makes his true appearance. Like, and he actually is involved. They say his name. I don't think we're gonna see him until about episode 7 or 6. If I was being honest with you,
Yeah.
I think we got a few episodes. They're gonna build it up.
Oh, you don't think we're gonna see him next episode?
No, I don't. We may see like another shot like we did.
I don't think he
maybe
duels till
more.
7 or 8.
I don't think we really meet his character until about
That's
7.
fair.
And,
That's fair.
and I got to be honest, when him and Udius meet for the first time,
it's gonna be, he's gonna be very shocked, very wait, what is happening?
he views Yugioh as his savior.
Oh yes,
and
he does.
Yugioh
is trying to take him down.
I think he might be.
So there's like this weird once the veil is lifted from him, where it's like, oh, this is my savior, he's here. Then it's like,
Wait, why does he want to kill me? This is
Yeah,
awkward.
exactly. And it's like
I
maybe
think-
things are more corrupt back home than I thought they were.
I think Udius is gonna have a hard time differentiating his long friend or commander to that he's the bad. I think that's how they introduce. Yugioh's gonna beat Udius in a duel, and Udius is gonna realize like he's not about
not
what
a
he
good
used to
guy.
be. He's not a good guy anymore. I'm very excited that I get chills just thinking about how intense they could make that duel and how I don't know the word, like seeing themselves again after a long time.
Well, I think one of the coolest things to get excited for is potentially that great Yu-Gi-Oh dynamic that I think was missed in Sevens a bit between Protag and proper rival. Your Playmaker Revolver. Your Kaiba Yugi.
Oh, man,
your Jack versus Yusei.
Yeah.
Kaito Yuma. You know, like that proper rival pro tag. That's going to be really, really good.
It's going to be fun.
Nick T, do you have any kind of thoughts on Yugioh here, or do you kind of agree with everything else?
I mean, I pretty much agree with what you guys said. I'm really excited to see him.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Yeah.
Especially like I've already loved his design. I think his design is like just really cool looking. And
My vengeance.
and I'm looking forward to the dynamic created between him and Udius when they finally meet.
Yeah, no, me too. I think it's going to be really fascinating. I have a lot of stock in Yugioh.
You buying?
I'm buying.
Oh, I buy, yeah.
I'm buying.
You got
heavy.
that in here?
I don't have those yet. Those buttons yet.
Nice.
But yeah, do you guys want to read some super chats, donations if we have any?
Yeah, let's start with the links, bro.
All right. Chat, we want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for making us a part of your Thursday night. Normally we do this on Wednesday nights, but of course we had to make a little bit of a change up. I'm very fascinated to see the poll.
I have no clue. I didn't look at it.
Wow, okay. Poll is a lot higher than I thought. I thought the poll would be about 60-40.
What did the poll say?
The poll is Go Rush on the 7's timeline.
Wow.
77%
yeah, I'm
say
shocked
yes.
It's that high.
I thought it would have been about
actually
60-40 yes.
That's
so
what I had said.
I thought it would have been
60-40,
yes.
you know,
I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but chat still, I would say that's very likely they believe it's still.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's if we could write this show, I think that's what we'd all write. That it is in this same timeline, and otherwise there's no reason to name the characters the same, and I think that takes away from creating new characters and new legacies. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that's the most important thing.
Because the only one we don't have right now is what Luke and Tiger's like name really is the only one that's not like other than our main characters for the most part. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
100% agree. All right. We thank you all for being here. Chupa's Meeg card. Thank you for the $2 donation. Oh, God.
I love it.
Hello, fellow person who had a very lot of zeros. 1% chance on living at the same planet as me, is the same time, in the same continent, in the same universe, where Crow, Battle Beast, Hunt, and Calzo exists, and where Nickyagi became a god and transcended AUs. Do you guys want to comment on that?
He's right.
That's a lot.
Oh my sorry. Oh my sorry.
Chapel of Udius, I'm not even going to answer that. Chapel of Udius, thank you for the $2 donation. Hello, fellow person who... Oh, it's the same exact message. Thank you so much.
Oh, my...
Angie, thank you for the 420 tip.
It was yesterday.
Happy birthday. Chupataro just gave me bad convention flashbacks with people criticizing / gatekeeping cosplay. What a goblin. I mean, Nick T, do you want to comment on that?
What was it?
Well, Angie said that Chupataro gave her bad convention flashbacks with people gatekeeping cosplay.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Right, the criticizing of all the small details. The worst people.
The worst type of people.
Those people, much like Chupataro,
need to touch grass.
Absolutely. Badly.
Absolutely.
They need to get some bitches.
Yeah. No bitches.
No bitches.
You're right. Chupataro clearly has none.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he clearly is.
And those kids at the cons. Definitely not.
Yeah, no, none at all. They can relate to Chupataro.
Hey, you guys want to go to
quite
the
a bit.
con?
We should go to the con. When's it coming up?
What's the con? Well, LeeCon is in New York.
Yeah.
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 What? Yuo's Debt, thank you for the $2 donation. Yeah, don't mind me sending the same message twice. Just wanted to make sure you read the previous comment because I have to sleep early today, so I'm asleep when you read this probably.
Who sent that?
For Yuo's Debt. Yuo's Debt, Meeg-chan's
card.
It's the same thing.
It's the game.
I think those are all the link donations. Thank you guys all so much. As I turn this screen off, X-Slayer, appreciate you being here. I did see X-Slayer mention the opening. That's something we have not talked about, actually. The opening visuals changed. What did you guys... I was critical of the opening last week. I thought it was a little too much of a clip show for me. Opening was great this time. I really liked the opening.
The opening was better, had more actually information, I think, than those more basic shots.
They removed all the shots they gave us in the trailer.
Again, I didn't even
good.
expect it. I skipped the ending to see the preview.
Yeah, both of these guys didn't know.
And Dylan told me, and then I looked it up, and I was like, wow, this is actually much better than the original. So I was happy that I just didn't expect it, so that was really a pleasant surprise, I would say.
One of my favorite shots of that whole new updated opening is Yugioh looking out on the sky, kind of just pondering why he's, what the meaning of life is. And you just see a hand on his shoulder, and it's Yuamu smiling at him, and then hand on his older shoulder, and it's Yuhi.
Yeah.
Great wholesome moment there, and I think that just is going to exemplify the weird, unusual dynamic here between Alien and two Earth Matsuba Town citizens. And I think that's going to be great.
I like it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all
Maybe
about.
the real Yugioh is the friends we made along the way.
Nick
That's
T, what did you
beautiful.
think of the new opening?
I thought it was great. I think the changes were welcomed, especially because like it kind of transitioned from hey, this is the first time you're seeing this opening, and it's like kind of reintroducing the ideas we've already put in front of you, and
Right.
now it's like, hey, here's actually like this fresh like new. I mean, it's not new, but like with all new visuals that you have.
I'd say it's got about 30 seconds of new
It's
visuals.
a lot of visuals,
The third
yeah.
is probably new visuals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
usually
And
an opening's 1.5
And they
minutes.
cut all the still images. They cut all the movement shots that were featured in the opening trailer. We don't want to see the opening trailer shots in the opening. We just don't.
No,
So
we
the
don't.
opening is time for new shots, some fluidity, and I thought that the updates were really, really good.
I agree, and I think like hyping all the monsters and everything.
Yeah.
All like it was really good.
Yeah. No, it really was.
I think I still prefer the ending, to be honest, but like
The ending is really good. The ending is really good. Well, the girl in the ending was one of the victims of Chupataro. I don't get bad vibes from her. I get very shy,
and it was
wants to be
also-
friends
It was
vibes.
such a passing role in this episode too.
Yeah, it was very passing. It's something that you wouldn't have even made the connection if you don't pay attention to the ending.
Are we sure that's her?
I'm
Looks very similar.
90% sure. That's
I'm
it.
not. I can't attest.
But I guess only the writers know for sure.
I know something you don't.
So we don't
And
really
that is
know
something
for
we'll
sure.
never know,
But
yeah.
I'm about 90% sure that it's definitely her. We're pulling up the ending now. But
Who is
Wait, what?
what?
the?
Oh, it must have been the subscriber
You lost
thing.
subscribers.
Yeah, it went back down to 200.
Wait, is that really what happens?
Well, it only updates every 100. So
Wait, how did we lose 100?
no, I must be down from 300 to 299.
I think it's somebody else, dude. Oh, maybe it is her.
No,
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
think it's definitely her.
That sounds good to me.
Well, anyway, yeah, opening was really cool. Do we have some super chats?
We do have a bunch of super chats going. Oh,
Thank you guys so much. I
Let me grab
appreciate you.
those. Yeah, I think it is her. I think you're right.
How many we got? We already got two pages already. Jesus,
All right.
we're going off today. Oh yeah. Oh,
Thank you guys.
Wow.
We have 11 months of Slifer Red
Wow.
membership from Philip Rosewood.
Philip, love you, man.
He said, Dill, we'll send you chapter 2 tonight. Finally getting to it.
Yes!
Hey, there we go.
Very excited to read
I can't wait
chapter
to read that
2.
with you
Yes,
guys,
same.
Philip, thank you so much. Yeah, I got these guys in on it as
Yes,
well.
definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
No,
it's really
yeah,
good,
so
yeah.
we'll probably read it next week. But Philip, looking forward to it. Please send it to me. Thank you very much, my man. Appreciate you.
Wow.
Then
This
we have
goes off.
$20 from Philip Rosewood.
Oh, Philip,
He's
thank
going
you,
off.
man. Thank you.
He said, I thought this episode was the best one we had so far. We had a lot of setup for the story. For the start, the fact that Chupataro and by extension Yugioh have been on Earth for seemingly a while, even before
Yeah.
Yugioh, is really interesting so far.
Yeah, I guess it would imply that Yugioh
Yeah.
got to Earth first.
At least,
Yeah.
not like it doesn't be a long time, but he's been there and he's been watching, and that's kind of why he employed Chupataro.
And it's
And
weird
his
that
alien team.
he doesn't want to make contact with Yugioh
No,
initially.
he doesn't want him to know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he want the element of surprise is always dangerous.
That
always said.
factor, and basically right now we know
I know something you don't.
We do know
I'm-
something
that Yugioh doesn't.
that he'll never know.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, wait.
he will.
Maybe he
I'm
will, though.
I'm so excited to see that dynamic
By vengeance.
between Yugioh and Yugioh and Philip Rosewood. Thank you so much. I think that is one of the more exciting parts of this episode. Honestly, that whole ending thing, finding out that Chupataro did all that for Yugioh, and that Zuijou's already got his big hand in the plot. I like that.
Love it.
We have $6.66 from
Satan.
Batman 666.
Man, thank you for the Satan
Thank you.
cheer.
He said 4 TCG cards that represent me. Number 39 Utopia,
Okay.
Mask Change, Fallen of Albaz, and Reshiram and Charizard GX.
Reshiram's a great monster.
I would love to know why mask change. Is that symbolic of you like changing a career path? Is that symbolic of you feeling like you're a different person now that you were at a different point in your
You're
life?
getting real philosophical.
I like the fire types too. It shows you have a drive to do something.
That could be
I
it.
like that part.
That could be it. Yeah. I know, because I'll see some people post like 4 cards that represent me. I still don't know if that like trend is 4 cards that you love. Or 4 cards that like are supposed to be symbolic.
I
of
think
you.
I think the latter, the symbolic, is what we're looking for. And each card, it's each their own in a sense. They're like, his Charizard GX could be a different reasoning than someone else's Charizard GX, and I think that's the beauty of any kind of card game, is that cards can represent you in different ways based on the meaning you take from them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe the real Yugioh is
That
French.
was good. No, that was good. That was really good.
That was really good.
Wednesday, usually I'm tired. I got energy.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm ready. My brain is
We might
clicking.
have to move these podcasts to Thursday. Let me tell you.
Oh God.
This guy's going crazy.
Oh my.
We're gonna be go bowling. Yeah, thank you so much, now, man.
We've got $5 from Ice Aiden.
Ice.
Thank you, Ice Aiden.
Yuamu is all business. Excuse me. She's an all business girl,
Yeah,
even
she
in
is.
her deck compared to her goofy brother. Plus, her deck is really cool.
Yeah, her deck is cool.
I agree.
Her goofy brother.
He's
I mean,
goofy.
Yuamu gets Bluetooth Burst Dragon, and Yuhi gets
Why do you
this.
keep saying tooth?
That's what Yuhi gets.
Man's getting
Honestly, yeah.
No, he gets Vambidu.
Vambidu. No,
Vambidu.
Yuamu is great, man. I really like Yuamu. Ice Aiden, thank you so much for the Superman. Appreciate it.
We have a $5 from Jack Knight.
Thank you, Jackie. Appreciate it, man.
He said, "Hey, Dale, Nick T, and Dredge. Hope you all had a good day. I liked the episode pretty neat." I liked the episode. Pretty neat. I like Chupa's design. I like Yumu's dragon over Luke.
Yeah,
Yuamu's Dragon over Luke.
I like Yumu's Dragon over Luke too.
Yeah, I think it's the color. The
lighter blue?
Lighter.
The color palette is nicer.
Yes, and even the gold you saw in the preview, the dragons she used to sacrifice. That gold and that look was just very appealing, I think.
Well, we're also 3 men that stream, and we're 3 men that are very technologically adapted.
Yes.
So I think all of those references that Yuamu's deck contains appeals to us.
Of course.
Because bitrate's important when you stream.
Bitrate was very important.
Bluetooth
I love that.
is a feature that we all have used.
Hey,
and
I got a
think that goes
Bluetooth
for-
controller.
We all
Sometimes
get it. I think that goes for a lot of people that are here. So
Are you gatekeeping technology?
what do you mean?
I feel like that's
I didn't see anything
What?
like that. I don't know what's
What?
happening.
I feel like that's applicable to anybody.
Are you out of your damn
Yeah,
I
of
think
course
they
it
see
is.
that.
Why? What is it? What did
You're
I
like
say?
there
That
are
was-
3 men who have streamed. It's like literally everyone and their mother has used Bluetooth. Maybe
No,
not
no,
bitrate.
not everybody.
No, I know some people that don't that have never gone on Twitch and don't have any social media.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Bluetooth that's what's the gatekeeping, but you don't have to be a part of Twitch to know what Bluetooth is.
But in order to know what bitrate is,
Bitrate was a music thing before it was a Twitch thing.
Ooh, I cannot attest. I have no clue.
I don't
You
know.
record at a
It sounds
certain
like he's
bitrate.
making up stuff.
No.
Listen,
He's using
I am
words
not
I don't
gatekeeping.
understand.
I'm the least gatekeeping person you'll ever meet.
I don't know, dude.
Oh
He's
my
using
God!
They're
some
like,
Judge,
well,
can you-
we as Twitch streamers know what those
no,
things
that's
are.
not what I'm saying. I'm
Whoa,
saying that
whoa,
we're.
Whoa, wait,
Oh my
wait
God.
a minute. Okay, buddy. Okay.
No, you're right.
okay.
I'm sorry.
That's a heavy accusation, man.
Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were.
So that's on HBO Max. I have HBO Max. I want to watch it again.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Batman?
have to
Yeah, I
watch
have
it
HBO Max.
for the first time.
Wait, you haven't? Wait, you went with? No,
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
that was JJK movie.
Yeah, let's all watch it.
You got time?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah,
No,
that's
that's
no.
Look at his face.
4 hours. I'm not sitting
You
for 4
realize
hours.
you realize you used to do this, right?
What do you mean?
We'd be up to like 4 a.m. Easy.
Yeah, on
on
a
a
Friday
weekday.
night.
Oh shit!
I gotta work tomorrow.
So do I.
Yeah. So then what do you
Pull
do?
all nighter.
No.
We'll get a sell seats and a coffee. Dunkin's still open 24 hours.
I could use a coffee.
Not as
Well,
smart
Avi?
as I thought you were.
I can DoorDash.
No, we don't
Jack,
have to go
thank
to
you,
it.
Jack. We're going to be reading, by the way, the
oh.
episode 4 summary and
What'd you
making
say?
our predictions. We're doing that at 9:30.
I missed this one.
Yeah.
$50 from X Slayer.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Holy
I saw that.
shit.
And I'm like, I thought you
The
noticed
Lord
it.
is good.
I didn't-
X Slayer,
You
thank
out of your
you.
damn mind.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
tell him
dude.
Exactly.
if he's out of his mind.
Are you out of your damn
Holy shit. X Slayer, thank you
Wow,
so
X.
much. I'm sorry we didn't read it right away whenever we get a big one like
Yeah,
that.
no,
I don't know. I missed
yeah,
that
it
one.
must have slipped through the
so
cracks.
I saw I had my phone out. So I was looking at Nick T's. I thought
Holy
I wasn't
shit.
sure. I'm like Nick T would know. I'm like,
Yeah.
X Slayer, thank you so much, dude. Seriously, please read it.
Oh,
3
ready?
words. Oh my salt. Nickyagi. Wow, I didn't realize it was going to be so synced up, actually.
Oh my god. Wait till the rest of the comment. Wait, just wait.
Also, no trash talk to my boy Yagi again, or you'll get Will Smith.
Chupa. Wait, Will Smith Chupa.
Will Smith Chupa. Excellent,
Combo,
man. Thank you so much for the insanely
going off.
generous super chat.
Oh
For
my
that
God, he went on.
reason, I will
Oh, yeah.
not trash talk Nickyagi the rest of the stream. How about that?
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Someone hold him to it. Someone watch
I
the
can't.
ball.
I won't do it. I won't do it.
Yeah, sure you won't.
I know. I did already talk about him.
But that was before you read the
Do
donut.
you think the writers made the right decision?
Oh, no, stop. No, save for next time. You just said you'd behave.
Yeah.
Nope.
Are you gonna say what I think you're gonna say?
Yeah, of course he is.
What did you think I was going to say?
No,
You were gonna
no,
say
Nick
one
Tate, don't bite. He's trying to
I
get
mean,
you to say it.
No, what did you think I was going to say?
By keeping him alive.
That is not what I was going to say. That's a really actually messed up thing that you would think that's what I was going to say.
I know that's what you.
That's
would
what you
say.
said
No.
last week.
That's what you said.
I didn't say
That's
it
That's what you
last
said
week.
2 weeks ago.
You,
weeks
you
ago, last
both are wrong on that. I did not say anything about him dying. Wrong. I did not say anything about him dying.
Oh, someone go back two weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
You and
brought
Caliber
it
had a
up-
screaming match. I remember sitting here like, what is happening?
I brought it up as a hypothetical because
No.
it could have been a direction the writers went.
No.
Pretty sure you asked me how I would feel hypothetically if Nickyagi died in the next episode.
Hypothetically. How
But
would
you're
you
still
feel?
asking about it.
How would you feel if Yugioh died next episode?
That would make no sense.
And the Yagi one would. Thank
No,
you.
it would.
So,
See?
my-
All right, we're moving on.
Next donut.
Thank you, X-Lay. You're the man.
XX.
I love you, man. Thank you so much, X. Thank you,
The
dude.
Lord is good.
You're good, man. Thank you.
We have another $5 from Jack Knight.
Okay.
What?
Thank you, Jack Knight.
Dude, that Lord is a good one. So it's so good. Also, Dylan, I'll send you a month about a release date for episode for Revelations in Duel Arena. It's a possible month.
Yeah, please. I don't know what a possible month means. Maybe
I don't
that's
know.
I think he's saying a
estimated
possible
date.
release date for the
possible
Yugioh,
release
for the live
date.
action of Revelation.
Oh, the
Revelation.
thing that you sent. Jack, please send that to me, man, as soon as it's done. Hopefully it's done this month. If not, though, I know that stuff takes a while to work on. But I'm super excited. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Possible month.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Jack. Sound alerts, man. Just get me. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate you. No, it's just like seeing Caliber's face in your LinkedIn profile pic on here. It's great.
I don't have a LinkedIn profile.
Oh, your work page profile.
Thank you. Yeah. You know that means, did you have to Google that? Did you go on my web?
I googled your name, Middletown. Well,
Docs, dude.
I don't live there anymore, so it's cool.
Yeah, true. You're
Yeah, I'm good now. You just
yeah,
died.
I don't think you ever lived there. You technically lived in the town over.
Technically,
Yeah.
yes, but that's you still could probably find
Technically,
it. I went
yeah,
to
you probably could
I went to the school.
That's true. Soccer's
I'm surprised
fun.
you'd find like a soccer picture.
Varsity.
You definitely could easily. Actually, we should find one of those.
Can we not?
All right, we have a.
It's probably on my house.
Oh, Obelisk Blue. Wait, why did it say how many months? Or is it? Oh, it's new.
New,
Welcome
Lee.
to Obelisk Blue.
Hey.
Lee Saxophone Beast.
Lee,
Oh, he was the one we got the notification for.
Yes, Lee, I've been loving the pics that you've been posting on Insta. I hope you and your family had a great weekend, man. Much love to you. Love talking to you, man. Lee's always by my Twitch streams. Thank you so much, Lee. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you.
Wow.
Olive's Blue, thank you, man.
Yeah, Obelisk
That's
is, he's not the
crazy.
best Egyptian god, but I get it.
It's the highest tier patron on mine.
Yeah, I know.
I ranked it all for the dorms.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Of course you did. You're a Secto guy. I'm a Yugi guy, you know.
I'm a Kaiba guy. What can I say?
We have $20 from Philip Rosewood.
Holy
Yeah,
shit,
another
Philip!
20.
Another
Two
thank you,
20s,
thank you, Philip.
damn.
Thank you.
Best girl Yuamu displaying
Oh,
more
no.
of her greatness in this episode, instantly breaking down the nonsense of the attacks and her duel. My God, Bridge has really brought girls to a newer light that I never thought I'd see before.
Yeah, never in Yu-Gi-Oh. Never in Yu-Gi-Oh. They were really good in sevens, generally speaking. I think that Yuamu that's kind of a bold prediction that a lot of us had. We made some bold predictions. We went around the table and stated a bold prediction
I think
for
that's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
mine
Go
was,
Rush.
actually.
That was mine as well.
I
And
think I was with you.
I think Calibro may have said
He
it
might
too.
have been with us too. Yeah.
That Yuamu, when it's all said and done, my
Will
expectation,
outduel Roman.
she will have more wins than Roman and better
Yes.
development.
I think we definitely all said more.
Yeah, I think she's going to be just a complete tank when it comes to this show. Already, great start. I'm very excited.
Yep, I agree.
It's so funny, too, because, and this is
Not mine.
this is how some people may, like, overreact to things. When the episode 4 summary dropped, because Chupataro is still involved, I saw a few people that were like, oh, this means Yuamu is losing. I can't believe Yuamu is going to lose her first duel.
Yeah.
And that's like But that's like sometimes with the summaries, you'll see that where people overreact. And when I did the pre-show and watch along, I was like, listen, Yuamu is not losing this duel. I don't care if
she
Chupataro is
can't.
still around.
She can't.
She is not losing this duel.
See, it doesn't hurt Chupataro because then at the end of that you see him talking as Yugioh. His character,
Right.
just because he lost a duel doesn't mean his character didn't do what he's supposed to do. Like that's literally what he said. Oh, I got the information. So again, that's like the argument you have for Yuga is that Yuga lost a little bit. Then there was a means and a reason behind his. Should he have lost all those duels? No. But like there was at least times where he was something beneficial on that, and that's the thing what Chupa did here because. Or Chupataro, I apologize. And he's gonna be around next episode. I said I like that. I like when we keep our less one-off characters, if we can.
Well, and I'll do you one better. That's what we always said in regards to Otis.
Yes.
Especially Otis.
Yeah.
He didn't win a single duel. And unfortunately, he was I released Seven's top 10 disappointments last week. He was my number 2 disappointment when it came to Seven's. But it wasn't because he never won a duel. It was because they just didn't do anything with him and explain him well, I thought, and execute his ideals well. But that being said, it's very interesting to see how you can give a character a loss, but still kind of keep them looking strong
and that's the hardest thing because everyone says, oh, you win the duel, you're better, right? That's the argument. Like that's what it is. Like that's saying your win-loss record just determines everything.
Yeah.
And that's
Which
why
isn't true.
It's not entirely true. Which duels do you win? Do you win the important duels, or do you only win the duels that are kind of you should win?
Right.
So I think they did a good job of.
Oh, yeah.
Chupataro. Damn it. I usually don't ever, so that was a good one. It was a good timing. Chupataro, they did a good job with him, so I'm excited to see, and I'm glad Yuamu won, because Yuamu needs that win.
Yeah, 100%.
for sure.
Yeah. Philip, I'm ecstatic as well. Never thought we'd see the day. Thank you for the 2 big donations, man. I appreciate it.
Well, hold your horses, because Philip donated another 10. That's what's next.
Holy shit. Philip, thank you, my guy. Wow.
Said, she's also the first female Yu-Gi-Oh! MC to use the 2500 attack monster. It's just another step for that girls that puts in the right direction,
true?
which is good. I really hope the show ditches the 13 episode rule.
What did no, Romans didn't. They all had like a power
Yeah,
up.
Primo was 21 or 22.
Wow, that's interesting too.
Well, Aki Black Rose Dragon was
24.
24, you're right.
Pretty sure Black Rose 24.
Asuka's definitely wasn't.
No, Mai's Harpy's pet was 24.
Yeah.
Isn't that creative? It's always like that 24 to 25. It's always that one, and now they gave her a 2500.
Yeah, Philip, I think you're right.
Wow, Philip, good catch. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Aoi with Trickstar. No, yeah, that's crazy.
Trickstar definitely not. No.
She has. She's the first. Think about how crazy that is.
We're on the 8's
first
Yu-Gi-Oh show.
Girl lead where her ace monster has the typical Yu-Gi-Oh pro tag
Equal
2500 attack.
to a male pro tag.
That's insane. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really putting a lot of clear stock into Yuamu, and it's dope. Yeah. Love it.
Excited.
Girl lead, of course.
Of course.
Girl lead. Yeah.
Honestly, I'll say this is my. I'll say that I think she'll be more important than Yui. I really do, and even with just a small sample size, just the 2 characters are just different. She's the more serious one. He's more the jokester. Mm-hmm. I get it. It's not a. It's like more of a bolder pretend. I'm not saying it's but that would be what I think I'd like to see.
I think Yuhi has so much room to grow.
We talked about this. Yeah. Yes, you're absolutely right.
So that's why I don't know if I would agree with you on that, but it's going to be fascinating. I think all 3 of them have the potential to be really enjoyable characters.
Absolutely.
And to see that trio continue to blossom and bloom, there's not any one of them I don't like. Like with the initial 4, I was kind of iffy on Luke in the beginning. I was very iffy on Gakuto in the beginning, although he grew on me. But with these 3, Yuhi's the only one where I'm I don't really love, but I like Yuhi. I really like Udius
his
and Yuamu.
character's important at this stage. I do hope again as he develops, but right now his character's very important.
100%.
I think we're gonna see a lot of growth out of him.
Yeah, I think you and Dylan are right.
Yeah. I'm excited to see. Philip, thank you, my man. And again, in 5 minutes, we are doing the episode 4 summary, so stay tuned for that.
We have $5. Actually, X-Layer was on a roll here. He had 3 in a row.
We got 3 in a row from X.
The first one is $5. She said, if you look in the episode 4 preview, Udius and Chupa aren't wearing their dual disc, which means one thing. Dual spirit, but sci-fi version?
Yeah, that's a great one to lead into. Did X-Layer talk any more about the next episode?
He's talking kind of about it. He had a
That's
theory about the dual disc and stuff.
Yeah, those next two don't. No, but we only have a few more after that.
All right, yeah, read them. We're gonna talk more. X-Layer, thank you. We're gonna talk way more about that in like 10 minutes. So we'll talk more about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have $20 from X-Layer saying there's one theory that states the dual discs in the opening act like a mirror world between Go Rush and 7's. My prediction is it is AU is that the main villain creates wormholes to send our crew to the 7's universe.
Holy
Wow,
shit.
that's good. That's
Holy
a fair,
shit. X-Layer, you better be right, man. If
That'd
it's an
be cool.
AU,
If that's the
The
thing.
Lord is good.
That would be
If Konami's
really cool.
watching right now, that would be you want to blow our minds.
And what about like giving a villain in Yu-Gi-Oh that sort of power and ability? How terrifying that if you lose, and that's a way that you can.
That's almost.
That's a way you cannot kill off characters, because
Yeah.
I don't know if they want to like do what Gallop did, where Gallop killed off a lot of characters and then brought him back.
Right.
It might be more terrifying to remove them from the world. They're still alive. You don't have to worry about maybe scaring a younger audience off
Yeah.
with death, even though I don't think that it would really be that
Yeah,
scary
I
for them.
agree.
But like it's kind of that same like Shadow Realm vibe.
Oh, this is very. Like, if that would happen, that's a
How-
very.
that's a great
like
theory, man.
Marek.
Holy-
Like Marek was all like vicious. If you really mean for
Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh
yeah,
villain.
Marek, he was great.
That's
my
that-
guy right
That'd
there.
be cool. Yeah, Marek was fire.
Ooh, that was a great theory.
Yeah,
X-Layer,
right?
I love that
X,
theory.
nice.
You're on fire, brother.
And that and that's one of the ways where if it ends up being an AU,
That's okay.
I won't be
That's
mad.
fine. I agree.
The only way I'm going to be really
It's just
disappointed if it's an AU is if they never mention why the characters look the same, why
Same names.
Odo
Same
is
names.
the same,
Same name
last
is
name.
that alone.
Matsuba Town. That is the only reason. That's the only way I would be really, really
That they
upset.
just wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
do.
I would feel that would be borderline disgraceful in my opinion.
I agree.
So again, hopefully that's not going to be the case.
hope not. Fingers,
And that's not me being anti-alternate universe.
No,
that's me being
no.
anti-alternate universe and never explaining
no
yourself.
reason for
and
like,
no
yeah.
reason. Yeah, because then it just feels cheap to me.
I agree.
Yeah. So, but I don't think they would do that. I really don't think the studio would do that.
I really hope not.
I hope not. I don't think they would. I don't think they would. But X-Slayer, man, thank you. Great theory, dude. Great.
Yeah.
Very
good.
good.
Wow.
We have. Hold on. We've got
I get a-
five more dollars from X-Layer.
Thank you, X.
X.
One
Jeez,
question that we need to know: how does Yugioh find these people? Did he use Google, Facebook, Twitter, Craigslist, etc.?
No, X-Slayer missed. You missed it, man. He uses LinkedIn. LinkedIn.
That's how I meet people.
That's how I meet people as
I
well.
just randomly DM people on LinkedIn.
Yeah. By the way, if you do that, stop.
Oh my god.
X, you're not gonna pick up women on LinkedIn. That's not what this is for. I will say this. I think it's very interesting that Yugioh is enlisting the help of aliens that might not be associated with what happened on Velgear. It makes me think that there is like some sort of underground alien network where like these aliens have like there's like kind of like under Goha City. Remember there was like that special ramen place and there were all these like kind of crazy clubs underneath Goha. I think it could be very similar under Matsuba Town, but for aliens.
That'd be pretty cool.
I think they could have maybe a device or something, because otherwise, how did Yugioh find Chupataro before MIK identified Chupataro?
And then he has gold.
And he has a
permit
gold permit. But Manabu, the leader of MIK, didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
So that is actually a really good point. Do you have any theories on it?
No, that what you're telling me right now is something that I'm just hearing. I didn't even think that, but I have to take time, and when we come back next week, I'll have to really delve into that more, because that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Underground alien network, and that's how they're meeting, these aliens to help, whatever plan or plot that they have. I'd enjoy that. I don't know how I could. I don't have enough info to link it, but that would be, wow, that'd be cool. I would like that. I'd really enjoy that if that were the case.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a way he found them.
Yeah. Oh, no,
You would
I can
think,
agree. Unless
theoretically.
he's just got some kind of powers.
Maybe we know Manabu, not Manabu, I'm sorry, Neanderstar. Her eyes turned red. She can identify an alien right away. She did it with Udius.
Yeah.
Yuhi has some weird hair
His hair
thing.
goes towards.
He doesn't know that
doesn't
happens,
know that
but
happens.
Yuamu knows it happens. Yuamu's always using his hair as a reference point to confirm aliens.
Yeah.
Does Yugioh Udius has some crazy abilities with the eye lasers.
Yeah, that's
Maybe-
got a whole bunch of abilities.
They
Yeah.
show that in the next one. Again, he's laser beaming. I'm like, oh
Maybe
my
it's
God.
just as simple as Yugioh has this like X-ray vision, and he's able to determine if people are red, they're aliens. Maybe he has that sort of ability.
Well, why
That'd be
not?
cool.
I mean, he could have a power that allows him to do that. So it might not be something as complex as a network, but it's probably an ability that he has.
I
have
agree.
to guess. But X-Slayer, man, thank you for the super chat.
You have another one
Absolutely.
too.
No, that was the last one from
oh
X.
wow. Okay, cool.
We have 10 from Philip Rosewood.
Thank you, Philip.
He
Thank
said
you, man.
Yugioh has the potential to be a villain that the Rush type shows needed, given the more serious connection between the two. He's going to be on a straight on nonsense when he duels for the first time. Y versus Z soon.
Yeah, Udius versus Yugioh soon. How quickly do we get that duel? I think we get it within the next 7 episodes.
Within the next 7, so you're
Yep.
saying before episode 10.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Probably honestly 8. I like 8 or 7 for it.
Is Yugioh right now, Nick T, the character you're most excited for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like, in terms of, like, characters that we haven't seen yet, yes. But if we're talking, like, in terms of the entire show, like, I think I'm more excited to see, like, Udius and Yuhi grow, specifically.
Okay.
And, of course, Yuamu, but, like, she's already the most mature and, like, intelligent character.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Udius and Yuhi develop. But if we're talking, like, new things, Yugioh, like, by a mile, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm in a...
Or Mimi return, yeah.
Well, we do have those characters in the opening that look like Mimi, that have the Yoshio dog. So
Maybe it's her, like, great-grandchildren.
could be. Could be.
Because we know, I mean, depending on how far this is, she could be in the ground.
Oh,
She's dead.
my...
We are gonna, Philip, thank you very much. We are gonna switch it over real quick to the episode 4 summary. We have a few more super chats, I think.
Yeah, we only have, like, 3. So.
Okay, well, actually, we'll read these 3 and then we'll do the episode 4 summary. That works. Philip, thank you, and X-Slayer, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate both of you.
So we have $5 from Image Breaker.
Thank you, Image
He
Breaker.
said, I have high hopes for Yuhi. The last goof we had was literally the Phenom. That's
Yeah.
the point. Yeah. I mean, he's talking about Luke, right? That's literally it.
I would imagine he
he
is
was a
talking
goofy
about
guy, and he was the legend.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because Luke, I imagine he's referring to Luke. Image Breaker, thank you. Luke, and this is kind of funny, I think, not a smart guy. Really an
No.
idiot.
Yeah, he was dumb. Except when it came to dueling.
Fantastic duelist.
And his duel, he was a smart duel, like, because we never really realized it until the very last episode, where it's like his thought, like, he had a thought process when it came to dueling.
Mm-hmm.
He literally, like, was like a strategist.
Mm-hmm.
Who, Luke?
I realized there was something special about him when he picked up the dual disc for Yuga and beat Goha Yuga.
Nah,
with that
using his
crazy
own deck,
turn,
and he was
using Yuga's deck. That's when I was like, all right, this guy is cracked out of his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's on some
he's a
stuff.
genius when it comes to dueling. Dumb guy otherwise, of course.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
but
God.
Yuhi, dumb kid, much like Luke, not really that good of a duelist from what we've seen so
maybe it
far.
doesn't have to be
not
dueling.
Luke level. So that's why it's going to be interesting to see the growth in both categories, because Luke never grew as a duelist because he was started at the top, beat Yuga, and he was always at the top. Luke as a character grew a little bit, but not a crazy amount. He was still dumb pretty much by the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if Yuhi kind of grows in both aspects, and I hope he does.
I hope he does as well.
Yeah, really cool. Angie, thank you for the $2 donation. Don't know if you guys are familiar with the 90s book series. Nick T might be. Bailey's School Kids.
Nope.
But the TLDR of it was that they were kids who fought a handful of authority figures, who thought a handful of authority figures were supernatural / cryptids. Basically reminds me of what they want to do with Go Rush. Yeah, the director of Go Rush said we want to make cryptids cool again.
He did say that.
We have Chupataro. We got to get, like, an abominable snowman cryptid, right? A Bigfoot cryptid.
Well, didn't he say no Bigfoot?
He said no Bigfoot cryptid yet.
Yet.
But what are some cryptids that you guys want to see?
Jersey Devil.
I would love to see the Jersey Devil. It's too
Moth-
American.
Devil's not
It's too American, I think.
But there's a lot
Mothman.
of-
Mothman is global, I think. Mothman, I think.
What about
you could
the-
do.
They're all-
What about
it's
Lockheed?
known globally, but it's specifically like
First for that town in
awful.
yeah.
South Carolina
Yeah.
or wherever.
Same
What
with
about
Chupacabra.
Or that was West Virginia.
Loch Ness. Yeah.
No, yeah. Mothman's not global. I'm just saying, like Bigfoot, it's
well
known
known.
globally.
Known
I
globally.
don't think people in Japan are familiar
I
with the
don't
Jersey
know.
Devil lore. I don't think that's one of the top cryptid
No,
lores.
probably not.
I think it's so big for us because we live in New Jersey.
I bet you went to another state they had have no clue what we're
I
talking
don't
about.
know. if I buy that.
Although we do know about
they could
chupacabras.
make that a yeah.
And chupacabra is in Texas. Actually, yeah, I'll make that. I'll make that a poll.
Chupacabra is Texas and
That's a
Mexico
poll?
though. Chupacabra is also like
Mexico. You're right.
it's
you're
like
right.
that has like a history.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
There's a lot, dude. There's so many. I love cryptids.
Dracula.
One of my favorites is Nessie, but I don't think we can see.
Yeah,
Nessie.
that's what I was saying.
Why
More
not?
Nessie.
How would you do that?
How?
A water duel. Like a water, like bring us to a lake.
Have you heard of the Jersey Devil? Not through this podcast.
All right,
Not
I'm
us mentioning.
I'm
him.
not gonna vote. I'm actually gonna.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think that's going to be under 50%.
Really?
I think it'll be about
I-
35, 65.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It doesn't mean you have to know what it is, but have you heard?
Have
of
you
it?
heard of it? Yeah, you don't have to know what it is. Have you heard of the Jersey Devil? Yeah, we'll see the results on that poll.
and there's a lot of cryptids.
There's a lot of
I just
cryptids.
can't name any off the top of my head, but there's a lot.
The Mad Gasser of New Orleans. That's a cryptid.
I don't think so.
No, the Mad. Maybe that was actually a guy poisoning people. But
But there's a lot. I would love to see more cryptids. The Mad Gas, dude.
Yeah,
what the?
that was
fuck?
something.
that was real.
No, I don't
Of
know.
course it was real. Or it was maybe Chattanooga. The Mad Gasser of Martoon. That's it. Yep.
Yeah, what is this, bro?
Yeah, that was real. I remember reading about it when I was younger. Mattoon, Illinois. My apologies.
During the
I thought it-
1940s was gassing people.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Like
messed
hyping them up.
I don't think he killed anyone. Yeah, no one died or had serious injury. It was just a weird...
It was-
Wait, he wasn't hyping them?
But it
considered-
could have been mass hysteria.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I read about that when I was like 8 years old. Scared the crap out of me. I still
Why were you
remember it.
reading that 8 years old?
My
What's
dad
wrong
would
with
give
you,
me
bro?
like books because he was into it. He was into. He loves cryptids. I still watch like some paranormal shows. With
Yeah,
him.
they love.
Yeah?
They do love paranormal.
Yeah, we
shows,
love
that's
it.
real.
Josh Gates, bro. You know, all day.
No, don't
I'm all about that Josh Gates.
The Lord is good.
What?
But anyway, yeah, Angie.
Yes,
I
thank you.
hope we see some more
Yeah,
cryptids.
I haven't heard of that book series, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, I hope we see some cryptids.
I hope so as well.
Like cryptid action?
Oh yeah. We have $5 more from Philip Rosewood.
Thank you, Philip.
Oh my god.
I said, Dill, did you send my first chapter of Lost Horizons to Nick and Dredge? If so, what do you two think of it, given the first story of mine you've read? Just curious. He didn't send it to us, but
No, we read
we
it.
read it while he was reading it, and it was really good.
What? It was good. We read it. It was very good. Yeah.
No, not that.
Am I
I'm
saying
thinking about the Mad Gasser.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Why are you laughing?
It's just-
That's not funny.
It's just such a
Like, why were you
crazy-
reading that at
Yeah,
8?
the fact that I bet you 95% of the people when I said that were like, okay, Dylan's just making shit up.
I can't get it out of my
But
head.
it's a real thing. The Mad Gasser
The
of
Mad
Mattoon.
Gas. I literally looked it up.
Yeah, the Mad Gasser of Mattoon. Yeah. No, Philip,
I
yeah,
can't
you
believe
can keep
that.
talking.
I
Yeah.
can't believe
No,
that.
we
That's actually
read it
weird.
when Dylan was reading it, and it was really good.
Yeah.
I
I
can really like a way with narrative for sure.
if you want to send them chapter 2,
No, we'll read it together.
We'll read it with
Yeah,
Dylan. You can
just
send it to Dylan.
Yeah.
That's fine.
all right, yeah, Philip, thank you so much, man.
Because we usually have the time before the streams. We can hang out. We'll put.
That's
it on the
usually when we
computer, we'll
do
read
it,
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Philip.
Yeah,
but it's
really-
good
really
work,
good.
man. Absolutely.
And then finally, I'm pretty sure the final super chat so far, yes, is $3 from Soda Machine King.
Ah, Soda Machine.
Said Kawhi Tell is a Kappa alien. Is that a?
Maybe he's. I don't even know.
I don't know what Soda Machine. What do you mean by that, bro? Like, is that like as in like the Twitch thing? Isn't that a Twitch?
Kappa. No, Kappa just means like they're joking around, I think.
Not
right?
capping. Oh, it's like
sarcasm.
irony.
So he's an ironic alien.
Oh, is that what, yeah, maybe.
Maybe because like he's. Well, I don't know. Does that have to do with him being a germaphobe? Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see
Oh,
Kawhi Tell.
if you could expand on that, let me know.
Yeah. But chat.
We've actually real quick. We have one more from X Slayer now.
X Slayer. Thank you, my guy.
$5. Said the interview by the dual composition were really interesting with GX, 5Ds, and Brains.
So X Slayer,
That was the one you were referencing earlier, right?
Yeah, I did a YouTube short today, X Slayer. I probably am going to be doing a lot of YouTube shorts because I was going to do a video covering that interview, and then I was like, you know, it actually would be kind of cool to do like 3 or 4 like YouTube shorts, like talking about different like kind of fascinating points. The fact that GX was only fusion-based because he pushed the idea on Kazuki Takahashi. Originally, GX wasn't supposed to be fusion-based, but the guy who is still the duel writer went to him and was like, hey, I think we should focus on
he's
fusions.
a genius.
He's a genius, yeah. I mean, he's written the duels for Duel Monsters all the way through Go Rush. You got to be a genius when it comes to that stuff. So I'm going to be doing a lot of YouTube Shorts, quick digestible content on that interview.
What is this?
So I'm really excited for that. Like a yokai watch alien.
No, not yokai watch.
Oh, yokai?
Yeah, like yokai. It's like a monster.
Oh,
Japanese. I actually see it though.
Yeah, shit. Maybe that's what it's based off of.
Yeah, I mean it does.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god. It looks just like him.
No, it does because he's got like a beak, but the mask kind of looks like
Makes
the
a beak, and with the hair too. Even.
Oh my god. Yeah, that could be the
Wait a
inspiration.
minute, wait. So we got the Kappa, Chupacabra. Are they gonna start going through creatures, and that's how the aliens?
That's what we're saying. Yeah.
I think they will.
Whoa.
What are some other Kappa aliens? Chupacabra, Kappa.
I don't think that's what he meant. I think
No. I mean, I just in general, like creatures, like.
Maybe they'll do like one based off the Blair Witch.
The Blair Witch Project is a great movie though. Don't play.
Like sometimes it's just, let's joke a little bit.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Should we end this poll, bro?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, that's on the poll.
Let's see what we got.
Please, fingers crossed. 50-50.
Wow.
Woo!
I think it leans yes a little bit.
It leans yes a little bit.
I am surprised. I thought it would be a little lower, but you also have to remember that a majority of people watching are from the United States.
Yeah.
And even then, it's 50-50. I think if you asked Japan, I think it would be much lower.
Yeah, I mean,
That's fair.
But they're not watching our podcast.
Similarly, I don't know all the yokai. You know.
I don't know. I've never the first time hearing of it. That's just the thing. It's not as I think culturally, but like if I said, have you ever heard of Bigfoot? Oh, it's close to 100%.
Oh yeah, that's because
have you ever heard?
That's
of
the most famous one.
Nessie
by far.
is another one.
Yeah.
And I would put Mothman in.
Those
that
are also
tier as
because
well.
there's
I don't know if I put Mothman in that
documented
tier.
sightings with those. That's why they're.
Yeah, I think I saw one.
Those are
too.
I don't know if Mothman goes that high.
they're hoaxes for the most part, but the sightings are like world famous.
Yeah.
The photo of Bigfoot.
Lovecraftian creatures. I mean, just look at From Software with Bloodborne and Demon Souls and Elden Ring.
Yeah,
They
cosmic horror.
Yeah, Japan does love that aspect of it as well. Have you heard of Yeti? Right, the Yeti. But that's just a cold Bigfoot. The Yeti is very similar
the Yeti's
to Bigfoot.
different. The Yeti's got a whole backstory. I don't know the full
I think
thing.
the
The
backstory
Yeti is
is
very
slightly
similar to Bigfoot. It's just in more cold, freezing areas.
Yeah, I think so.
It's very similar. It's basically the same creature, just colder and with whiter.
See, no, that's right.
No, it is. It pretty much is.
We're looking up the Yeti right now. Is that over?
Not Bigfoot.
What?
No, I don't want to look up a fight. It's ape. Are they similar?
They're very similar.
Abominable Snowman and Bigfoot are different.
They're different.
There's
A
so
guide
many-
for deciphering.
I agree that they're different, but they're basically the same thing. But they're not. I'm not saying they are the same thing, but they basically are the same.
But that's you're.
They're
It's
very,
entirely different, and its creature
I'm
origins
just-
can be traced down to pre-Buddhist Eastern civilizations.
I just like how he's
No,
going.
Dredge's right, dude.
I
Dredge,
just like-
Dredge got you. He got you, dude.
I'm just more impressed that he goes.
Hang on.
No,
Yeah, bro.
I agree with you. They're different, but they're like basically the
The
same.
same
I'm like,
thing.
those are two contra. You can't
No,
say
dude.
those two sentences.
Dude, they're
That's-
different. No.
That doesn't look like Bigfoot. If I said that's Bigfoot, that doesn't look like Bigfoot.
no.
The drawing does because
Yeah, the
there are
drawing-
people out there that are dumb.
Yeah, come on, Dill.
That is.
Dill, come on.
It's very similar.
No, it's not.
No.
It's if you don't think Yeti and Bigfoot are at all similar.
It is because of the misinterpretation.
I agree.
No, but that's in modern time. That is what the Yeti has become.
But that's wrong.
Yeah, maybe from some random article.
No, that's
From
the
some
true
1920s article.
You're out of
I-
1920s.
Listen, I
You're
want,
out of your
I-
goddamn
This
mind.
Newsweek article was written in 2015.
Shadow Rumsey depends on who you ask, but Yeti can be another word for Bigfoot.
Dylan is coping because like the difference between Nickyagi and Nickyagi of Go Rush.
Listen, they're similar. They're similar. I'm not. By the way, saying something is similar is not Shadow Rumsey. I agree with Dylan for once. Thank you. Saying something is similar is not saying that they are the same thing.
No, it's not saying that. But
No.
you said they're basically the exact same thing.
Right, but they're not the
wording.
same thing.
But they're not the same thing, and they're
Yes.
not basically the exact same thing. Maybe
They're
the-
very
the
similar.
uncouth could confuse them. Yes,
Okay.
No, they're very similar.
All right.
They could be
Just
confused,
I would say they're basically the same.
By the unlearned, uncultured man, yes, they could be confused. Yeah.
Now, you consider yourself cultured on it because you just looked it up for 5 seconds on
Exactly,
Google?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I took the moment to look at it and I read it and I said, oh, these are different. And then you said no after reading the same exact thing I did.
Where's Pete?
Okay, you know
I
what?
need help.
We're not going to get anywhere with this.
No, we're never.
Am I right or am I wrong?
No,
I
you're
think
not.
We
Nick
looked
T is
at it. We
right.
read the
You're not right.
same blurb
Nick T is
of the
right.
background being entirely different, and you said, "Nah, but they're still basically
They're
the same
both
thing."
apes.
No,
Thank you. They're
no.
both apes.
So we're
They're
humans.
100%.
So we're
Nick Caliber, would you consider Yeti and Bigfoot
No.
similar?
Oh,
Just yes or no. Caliber, thank you for the 29-month Slifer Red. I appreciate you, my
You
friend.
trash this man every week on this show, and you're
Caliber?
asking him his opinion.
I do value his opinion at the end of the day. Similar, yes. Thank you, Cal.
You knew that was coming. Huh?
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, it's basically like an ape and a monkey are similar.
All right, this is
That's a very good point.
This is a Yu-Gi-Oh!
Absolutely
podcast.
not the same. 100% agree. Definitely not the same, but similar.
Yes, the Jersey Devil exists.
What about the Jersey? Oh yeah, no, the Jersey Devil is real. Actually, we saw the Jersey Devil.
We saw the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, and we haven't told this story. This was you weren't there.
We really telling this now?
Yeah, we've it's. Do you want to say it, man? It's a
No, I think you should. You were the one that really experienced it.
Yeah. So it was
This should be
2011.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the Poconos, Frost Valley,
Yeah.
with Weir, our friend at the time.
At the time,
we're still
I
friends with
see,
them. Yeah, that's true. And we were in a log cabin. It was about six dudes.
I think I've heard this story before.
And we were drinking. I think we were drinking amaretto sours.
No, we were drinking Four Locos that night.
We were drinking Four Locos, and
Sounds like a bad idea.
It was a terrible idea.
Wait.
we went outside because we heard this. We heard a noise that sounded like, and so we went
Literally
outside.
exactly like the zombie from Minecraft.
Yes, actually, that's a great comparison. We went outside. Me and Nick T did, and we saw this creature that it was too big to be a bird.
Yeah, definitely way too big.
It looked like a flying skeleton with the skull of like a cattle that you would see in like Texas, like the Longhorns logo. And it turned and looked at us. It was on top of a tree, and it looked right at us when we walked outside. And then it got on two legs. It was bipedal, and it jumped off the top of the tree and then flew away. And obviously we're surrounded by woods.
Couldn't chase it.
No, why would we?
We wouldn't have chased it, dude. It was one of the scariest times of my life.
Yeah, no, it was terrifying. I thought the snout looked a little bit more rounded, maybe not cattle, but different
difference in
size.
opinion,
It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But it looked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But it was bigger than a bird. It could have been a bird.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I vividly remember it being on both feet.
It landed on both feet. Yeah,
Yeah.
on both legs. Yeah, not on fours.
I don't even know what to say right now.
Yeah, it was scary, man.
It was very scary, and no one believed us.
No one believed us.
You want to know why they didn't believe you?
Why not?
You were having Four Locos.
I wasn't drinking.
I
the
was.
thing.
I was. But I had him to corroborate the story.
See, I actually feel like the story was more true if Dylan was drinking and Nick T was sober. But,
No. It was just, let me tell you something, man. We saw something. I don't know what was in those
It
woods.
changed me.
Yeah, I was never the same after
All right,
that.
I gotta go. It's been fun.
All right, we're going to talk about episode 4.
Real quick, Caliber,
Yeah.
thank you for 29 months of Slifer Red membership. And we already asked him the question, but he said I
Yes.
missed the comparison. What is similar? Yeah, and he gave his answer.
Oh god, what's the poll?
Caliber, thank you so much. Nick T,
Yeah.
do you want to read the episode summary for me, my
I would
friend?
love to.
Okay, it's
that's
right on your
very
screen.
nice.
Spoilers, by the way.
What? Too late. Sorry.
Okay, so can I start reading it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right. Episode 4, the Chupacabra's Trap.
I love it.
Oh, so he still gets another
Told
episode
you,
focus.
he's around.
Chupataro lured Udius to a garbage disposal area.
That's
Thanks to his inborn abilities, Udius was able to overcome Chupataro's many traps, but he still ended up getting captured. Meanwhile, Yuhi, who was panicking, also arrived at the garbage disposal area. Garbage disposal?
Yeah, I don't...
Like a dump.
yeah.
That's where the mob takes out the trash.
Yeah, sanitation.
The alien underground mob.
Judger, I'm sure you're
MIK.
happy Chupataro is still around. What are your thoughts on the summary?
Interesting. Again, I like Chupataro's character. I think it's a good stepping stone to our bigger, more important villain, Yugioh. So again, I think this is a Yuhi Chupataro duel.
I think it's Yuhi.
That's my guess. I think it's Yuhi Chupataro.
Well, the thing that's interesting is in the preview, it seems like they might not actually, like Udius and Chupataro might not actually be dueling. Like, it seems like Chupataro is, as X-Slayer said in one of his super chats, using cards and somehow it's affecting real life.
Which is crazy to think.
Which is kind of wild. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't really know what duel we have in this episode. I'm leaning more Chupataro versus Yuhi because I think it would kind of be cool if Yuhi and Yuamu get their first wins against the same character. And Yuhi, because Udius gets trapped. Right, that's what the summary says.
Yeah,
the
so
summary says Udius gets
needs
trapped.
help, and Yui's gonna get his first kind of win.
That's why I think Yuhi is going to be the one to duel Chupataro.
Yui hasn't won a duel yet.
Right. So I feel like this is Yuhi's first win
Yes,
coming.
I agree.
I actually want to change my answer. I agree.
You think Chupataro duels Yuhi?
Yeah, I voted Udius, but I think it actually does make sense for this to be Yuhi's first.
But he
fight.
still ended up getting captured. He's not going to duel Chupataro and lose Udius.
No.
Right?
Oh my god, no.
So, like, he has to get captured, not dueling. And if he's captured, I guess you could say to escape, he challenges Chupataro and they duel. But I would think Yuhi saves Udius.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I would
Makes
think.
sense.
And it would be a good moment for Yuhi's character.
So does that mean we're making a pick based on what we think the duel is going to be, or no? We can't make a pick.
We're not doing a pick on this week, yeah. Because we're not 100% sure. Nick T, in the preview, if you want to pull up X-Slayer's super chat that was kind of relevant here, because he made a couple of really good points that I want to kind of...
the one before, the $19 one.
Yeah.
The one theory that states the dual disc in the opening act like a... No, not that one, excuse me. Yep. If you look at the episode 4 preview, Udius and Chupa aren't wearing their dual discs.
Right.
Which means one thing, dual spirits, but sci-fi version.
Yeah, I mean, it could be dual spirits, and it could be two aliens that have somehow manipulated this technology to have an effect in the real world. Maybe that's something that Yugioh has been able to develop. But that in itself is kind of terrifying, because doesn't that mean that Yugioh or anyone could use these monsters in some sort of way to attack people and structures, and they could be used directly as a tool of war?
It depends on how tangible they are.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems in the preview that, like, the cards that are being used are, like, going after Udius.
Right.
And trapping him, right? He uses Trap Hole, and it seems like it successfully traps Udius. So...
But is that because they're both alien? Like, there's so many...
Right.
So many factors we're
So
going
many
to see.
intangibles
Yeah,
here
intangibles.
almost.
Good word.
Yeah.
Thank you. Big sports guy.
The other thing here that's pretty cool is Yuhi is the only one mentioned in the summary. It's kind of interesting that Yuamu, for once,
Was not mentioned.
is not figuring out what's going on or is not getting involved, and Yuhi is the one getting involved.
She's running the company.
I guess so. I mean, normally she's
CEO.
Normally she's the one that puts everything together. So it's really, really cool that kind of Yuhi is the one that's doing it instead. Do you make anything of that? Yuamu kind of being absent here. I actually don't hate that. She had a really fire third episode. I think it would be cool to see Yuhi get some more hero focus in episode 4.
Agree.
Yeah, I think I would love to see Yuhi get the focus here. I feel like even though she wasn't mentioned, that Yuamu might be there with them.
She'll have a role in this episode, but it won't be with the main plot.
Yeah,
It'll be something
maybe
else
they'll
that's
take her
going
by
on.
surprise, where it's like, oh, she can always like work her way out of something, but it's like, oh, maybe this time like she was just kind of off guard.
Yeah.
And it's up to
Show
Yuhi.
some vulnerability in the character.
Exactly,
itself,
and now it's like, oh, what's up? Yuhi was the only one that didn't get captured by chance. It's like, well, like maybe, he'll figure it out. Maybe it'll come down to him. It's like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah. Just looking at the preview here, UDS is firing his laser eyes at Chupacabra.
Yeah.
Chupacabra plays Trap Hole. Galactica
Chupataro.
Oblivion. Chupataro plays Trap Hole. Galactica Oblivion falls through it. But again, it's interesting because there's no dual discs. That's what X-Slayer mentions. There is no dual disc here. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who's dueling, but
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
It could be that it was purposely taken out, like because his hand is in the position where if a dual disc was there, you could slide it right in.
The other thing where it makes sense for this to be a Yuhi duel is Udius has had 2 wins.
I agree.
He showed off both of his ace monsters.
I agree.
Yuamu had a win, showed off her ace monster. Yuhi lost, but in that duel, he did not play his ace monster.
Isn't it the egg dude?
It's the dragon. It's that like
Oh,
block
thank God,
dragon
it's not
thing.
the
It's
egg
not
dude.
block dragon, but it looks similar. So I just feel like it makes sense for Yuhi to actually duel here.
No, it does.
But I don't know. Maybe it will be Udius. I don't know. Does anyone think Chupataro wins?
No.
No matter
come
who he
on,
duels?
dude,
No, right.
Come on.
I really hope.
This
Also,
clown.
Kawhi Tell is in the preview. I think we're going to get some more dynamic here from the group. I don't know if I fully agree with you that Yugioh won't show up in this episode. I think he might show up or be mentioned at the very least.
So I guess I should reword it. I'm not saying he won't show up or you won't see him.
saying you won't be
but he won't have like any kind of speaking role
Okay.
yet. He's just kind of
Okay, I can see that.
like he's
Yeah.
maybe this time they show a little bit. You see like maybe he's in the shadows. You see like they show a little shadow and you see the purple part of his outfit or something. Little by little, almost teasing you
Yeah.
like when's he gonna come in? Because he has a plan clearly. He knows what he's doing. He's
Absolutely.
clearly commander. He's as smart. He's tactical. Probably like Yuamu. Yuamu and him are gonna have some battles. I think.
Yeah.
About what's planning and stuff. So I think just giving little by little, he'll kind of show up and boom, that's when they'll hit us with him in episode 8 or 9.
Because it'll be interesting to see how they introduce Kawhi Tell, who's part of Yugioh's group. We know that from the ending shot or the ending shot of the opening.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see how they introduce him to this group
Yeah,
with
of course.
Yugioh as the commander.
Agree.
Any other thoughts here on episode 4? We don't have anything on 5.
No.
Oh, really?
Nothing on
Which
5.
tells me that there's gonna be something end of 4 that really kind of gives
Maybe.
something away.
I wasn't expecting Yugioh to be here.
Yeah.
True.
Right. Didn't expect Yugioh to be here.
True.
So,
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
yeah, I'm very, very excited to see. All right. Well, that's our episode 5 thoughts. I'm interested. So it looks like most people are on the believe it will be Chupataro versus Udius.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Udius. Okay.
Udius.
So-
Udius.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Yuhi, but most
Yeah,
people believe
I'm with
Udius.
you. He's a.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We're not doing a pick'em for this week. 'cause
No,
I
Rick, you
just-
don't know. There's no way to know.
It's okay. No Undertaker streak yet. It's okay. It's coming.
Yeah.
You'll get there, bro.
Dong. I was close. I was at 17. 17.
17, man.
Hey, next time.
No,
Solid
I'm
Snack,
not
thank
getting that
you
again.
for the $4 donations. Appreciate it, my friend. So happy to see Yuamu get a great opening duel, especially since she didn't use her ace's effect, which I'm hoping means her next duel will be a win using that effect. I think the same thing. Said it actually earlier tonight.
Yeah.
I can't wait till further down the line we see her duel Yuhi or Udius. Was a good ep, but I have to say, really not a fan of Chupa. He was way too annoying and very creepy with his cards. Totally
agree,
fair.
yep.
Wish Yugioh chose another minion, LMAO. Well, hopefully Kawhi Tell will be a little better.
I think so, yeah.
Here's hoping he gets his crap kicked in next episode by Udius or Yuhi, LOL. Either is fine. Yeah, he's losing. He was definitely...
Another one from him, by the way, just now.
He was definitely a little... a lot.
Oh no,
Um,
he is a lot.
yeah.
But hey, I liked Swirly last time.
Also...
He was also a lot.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
but-
Swirly was better than Chupataro.
Troy, you can't compare them. Yeah. I support. If you
Are
told
you going to
me,
be a Chupataro stan?
I would.
come
I
on.
support the Swirly standing over being
By
Chupataro.
far.
Really?
I never had an issue with you standing Swirly.
I
Pete
did.
did.
He and Nick T.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because your position was against my Nickyagi-dom.
That's true too.
Solid Snack. Nickyagi. Solid Snack. Thank you for another donation, my man. Also, I have to say, through 3 episodes, I'm very happy with the main 3. They are all so likable. I find that when main cast gets expanded to 3 or more, there's always someone who isn't written as well. Sometimes multiple. Glad they're gatekeeping it tight, or keeping it tight. He did not say gatekeeping. Glad they're keeping it tight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like these 3 really much. I feel like Manabu could be that 4th, but I don't know. I think he's going to be with MIK for a while.
I think so too.
Yeah. But
Maybe
how would you
second arc? He might,
how would you rank those 3 right now? Udius, Yuhi, Yuamu.
Yuamu, Udius, Yuhi.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Yuamu, Udius, Yuhi.
Yep.
And by the way, Yuamu and Udius are very close.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a bit of a more gap for Yuhi.
I would
Yeah,
say
for
barely,
now.
even barely there. Like, I still love Yuhi.
That's
I just
fair.
think, the first 2 are a bit closer. Yeah, because Yumu's the GOAT, bro.
Yeah. I usually don't personally love the really like dumb comedic characters. Like Luke as a character was all right for me. I really liked his dueling ability, but I think Yuhi is definitely going to improve as
I
the
think
show
I
goes on.
agree. I think he has to.
I
Yeah.
think he's going to be really good.
Yeah,
Eventually.
100%.
I just thought of it just now. The GOAT, Yumu, beats the Chupacabra, who historically
Normally
eats
the
goats.
Chupacabra
That's right.
is the GOAT.
Goat eats Chupa. That's what we should have named it.
Anyway,
Right.
yeah, because she's the GOAT.
She is the
greatest of all
goat. She's
time.
the goat. Calibro is here. Calibro hopefully will make his return next week. And then Miguel Martinon, thank you for the $5 super chat. Like you, Dylan, I've seen all the Yu-Gi-Oh, so can I take a crack at the timeline since I doubt you'll ever do it? You uploaded the timeline, didn't you?
Did he? Yeah.
I'm 90% sure that
think
he
he
did, and he issued
But also,
an open challenge to me.
you totally ignored the part where he said, "I doubt you'll ever do it."
Yeah, it's gonna be out next month.
I
Let
believe it.
me see.
I believe him.
No, of course I believe him. Because here's the thing. I think everyone likes to ignore the fact that Dylan literally said once, with the announcement of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, I'm pushing back the timeline so that I can include it.
Of course. I'm pretty
He
sure
said that. He on document
Pretty sure.
said that. But everyone's like, no, you promised it like at the beginning
Yeah,
of the year.
I saw it, Miguel, in my Discord.
Oh, look
Miguel
at that.
Martinon,
Oh, dude, my man
the
hooked it
Yu-Gi-Oh!
up, bro.
timeline explained, but better. Yu-Gi-Oh! Timeline watch auto
Yo, he
because
got
Dylan
you,
won't do
got
it.
you.
Oh, he's trying to get me to do it. I respect it. I respect the challenge,
respect
Miguel.
that, dude.
I was not able to watch the video. I actually did not watch the video because I don't want any of my opinions to be influenced. So it is a video that I will most likely watch after I complete my video and get it uploaded.
But I would love to watch. I mean, we can watch it. I'll watch it.
Oh, you two can watch it. It's in the Discord.
I'm
yeah.
not making that video.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Timeline, and by the way, it's not Timeline Part 2. It's the
It's
multiverse
multiverse,
theory. It'll be out in
And it has to be. Because that
it'll be out in May. It's all good. It sucks because like now I don't know where to put Go Rush, but it's simple. It's either 100 years in the future, in my opinion, or it's an AU. Yeah, that's simple to explain.
Sounds good.
It's already, even without Go Rush, it's already multiverse because of Seven's not probably being in the same.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh manga and Yu-Gi-Oh anime
Exactly,
are different.
yeah,
So
there's
there's a
several reasons,
multiverse, 100%. Yeah, excited. Miguel, love you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Listen, guys, thank you so much for making this the most watched and talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush podcast. Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8's. We appreciate you so much. Special time slot this week, but next week and going forward, we will move back to that 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern time slot. Calibro and Pete, they do some great content creation. All their stuff is linked down below. Nick T, Dredger, thank you guys so much. To everyone who donated, super chatted, thank you. Big shout out to X-Slayer and Philip Rosewood. I think both of you guys donated over $50 tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you guys so greatly. Please follow these two men and Pete and Calibro as well. I'm going to let them kind of promote what's been going on. We'll start with Dredger and then we'll pull over to Nick T. Great streamers, great creators. Dredger, what's going on in the world
Thanks,
of you?
man, I appreciate it. We've been doing some Pokemon. Oh gosh, Pokemon Black 2, Nuzlocke. We took a break this week. I've been busy. Some stuff going on. We'll be back next Thursday. Be doing something. We also did a quick little just chatting stream this past night, talking about anime, favorite animes. I had some controversial ones. I got some suggestions from the chat. It was fun. So that was a good time. We're doing more stuff like that. Maybe even doing some sports talks as well.
Nice.
But look out for that. But next Thursday, we'll be back. Pokemon Black 2. Come check it out. We are somehow alive. I actually thought we were gonna lose the run, but we somehow saved it. I think it was Dylan's will just saved me.
That's right. I'm always willing it.
Exactly.
You know?
Nick T,
Willie.
how we doing?
Thanks. We're doing great.
Hey, everybody!
So I also have a I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/NickFightsMoms. I stream Mondays and Tuesday nights. Lately I've been doing The Sims 3 for the PS3 and we're just causing all sorts of havoc on there. That's been a lot of fun, going goblin mode as I'm saying. We're whining and dining everybody and their mother and then aging them up with cheats to make them die. It's a good time. We tried burning the maid. That did not work out.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what did
It was
we
crazy.
do?
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. So you're just gonna have to go watch the stream.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a lot
gonna
of fun.
check that out.
But additionally, I do occasionally do some music streams where I perform my songs, cover songs, all in stream. I make music as Nameling, and actually I'm about to drop the link here. Recently I put out a song as part of a compilation where 100% of the proceeds go towards humanitarian aid for the citizens of Ukraine. So if you would like to go to the link I just dropped in chat, you could buy it for any price. It's a name your own price. You can get my song, a bunch of songs from a lot of friends that are near and dear to me. They're all great. A lot of great music for a very, whatever price you want to pay, and it all goes to a good cause.
Very nice.
Additionally, I have a record coming out maybe by this summer. We'll see.
Excited about
still,
that.
The timetable's still adjusting depending on when I get some parts back, but be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, great stuff. I'm super thankful for Nick T. Dredger, Pete Calibro, and everyone that makes this production possible. And that includes you guys. Ending shout-outs. This is going to be a new thing that I do. Shadow Realm Z, Salvadalo, Emily, Image Breaker, Chris Sorton, Ray Ruwinding, Angie, Hisoka. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I'm just going to shout out everyone that's on the chat at the end. That'll be a new thing. To thank you guys for staying on, and you guys rock. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8's Episode 4, Fleecing, Episode 3, Fleecing Chupataro. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have an amazing day.
God is good.
Good night, everyone.